Sometimes we need to export or import contents from a specific typology. This option is largely recommended when a typology has many contents created and for many reasons. For example, it could be needed to replicate all those contents in another typology or in another merchant, for instance. For achieving this, we would need to use the export and import functionalities. In this video tutorial, we will see how to achieve these tasks here in the CMS Kooomo panel. The export feature will create a zip file that will contain a CSV, which will have as many columns as fields contained in this typology. There will also be other columns for storing additional information that we will see after a few minutes. This file will have as many rows as contents selected to be exported, and here is where we will store all the data from the contents we wish to export. The import feature will request a zip file which will contain a CSV which has the same characteristics described before. It is possible to import CMS contents by uploading this kind of CSV file. Let's start exporting all the contents from a typology, and then we will import it to get the content back again. Once we land into the CMS admin panel, we need to find the typology we would like to export. In our case, we will work on the test_typology. For completing the export and import tasks, we will use this top right panel where we have buttons like the export as zip, import as zip, and we will also use the select all in order to select all the contents from a typology. So we will select as many contents as we wish to export. In our case, we will select all of them, and then we will click on the export as zip, and here we have the zip file downloaded. If you check this file, we can see inside of it there is a CSV file. If we open it, you can see we have as many columns as fields contained in this typology, like the text field 1, text field 2, and the image field. These three columns are the same as the fields we have in the typology, but there are also all these columns that are the additional information that we mentioned before, like the content type, content ID. Let's keep this file minimized and we will come back to it later. Okay, just for testing purposes, we will delete all the contents of this typology. So all of them are selected and we will click on delete. Yes, okay. Now we will import the zip file we got through the export process to get the content back. We click on the import as zip, and here we have a quick guide that will help us to complete the process successfully. Here we can see that there are some mandatory fields like the content type, content ID, language, that these are the same columns that we saw before, the content type, content ID. So these first columns are the mandatory ones that we will need in any of the CSV files to be imported. And then we need to add as many columns as fields we have in the contents. So this model will guide you to complete the import process. And the key point for importing contents is to have the right layout in the CSV file zipped. If the CSV columns do not match with the layout of the typology we wish to import content to, the process will not be completed as expected. So we will finish the process selecting the zip file we just downloaded. We import. And here we have the contents back again.